What's up, everybody? It is a little late for Farkle Friday than I wanted, but I had extenuating circumstances. I had a guy coming over from the local pest control, and he's sealing our basement. He's doing a very good job, but I had to be downstairs with him because Sarah was getting Catherine to pick up from school for an hour before she goes back to her first high school play production. Her first night was last night, and she is doing her second show tonight. You're gonna like this. This is gonna tie into all sorts of stuff. I just because of Lassie's ridiculous request. It's not ridiculous, this set up like the next 3 Farkle Fridays. I was like, oh yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be great. How's everybody doing? What did Catherine call it? The focals. She calls you guys the focals, but not like focals like focal lenses, like FOLKLES. So, yeah. What's up, Kyle? What's up, Lori? Oh God, I love how Lori's panicked. What was the first piece? I will tell you. It is, so first of all, how's everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing great. What's up, Jan? I promised everyone I would actually start with a kind glass of something. This is the last of, well, I have a couple of bourbons and scotches downstairs because, hey, man, gotta keep the alcohol flowing. We're gonna listen to pieces. We're gonna listen to a whole bunch of stuff. Somebody asked me what my favorite bourbon was, and it's funny, my buddy Paul, who's a big bourbon guy, really smart bourbon guy, he raves about this Hudson bourbon, which is about a $60 bottle, and it's really good. This is Basil Hayden. It's about $40 to $45 US a bottle, and it's just great. If you're thumping outside the window, our Terminix is our company that we use. They're basically like a pest control company, and they're just all that stuff. I have Aberlour 12 downstairs, and the 15 must be amazing. This is about $40 a bottle, and I just think it's really great for the price. It's super smooth. I don't even need water. I put a splash of water in today, but you don't even need it. You just drink it neat, which is great. I'm gonna listen. Well, we'll get to that in a sec. So first, cheers everybody to February 2022. That's good stuff. So, these pieces, we may not cover them all today that I put in, but they're kind of all in that world of weird skills and modes. Dun, dun, dun. The first one was, what's up, Richard? Somebody said in earlier words, like, oh my God, it sounds like Williams, but it's kind of lazy Williams. Well, it's the attack on Jada City from Rogue One by Michael Giacchino. So you're right. It's like he's got Williams kind of, and he's doing his thing, but it's not quite as virtuoso, But I've said it before. I think Michael Giacchino is an excellent composer. I think Rogue One is a criminally underrated Star Wars score. Everybody pops a chubby over Solo, which is also great. Everyone, I don't know why, everyone ditches on Rogue One. And I was like, dude, this is an excellent score. So, which ties into one of the Farkle Fridays in a couple of weeks, because it's high time we dove into Michael Giacchino. Like, there's enough stuff floating around between Brad and David McCulley. If you hear that thumping, it's just the guy outside. I told you, it's he's just thumping away, like patching up spots where the birds are and stuff like that. It's in the world. I mean, he is a big Williams fan, and don't rather the knocking. Like I said, it's just the guy outside. Unless this guy come in and tackle me. But that's not a bad thing. Giacchino develops his own way. He's highly influenced by Williams. But then again, freaking Elfman is influenced by Herman. And if you know Herman and listen to Elfman, you're like, oh yeah, I can hear Herman in there. But it's Herman filtered through, kind of punk rock, or, punk rock meets jazz. The second cue was, you were right, it was the big jump from Total Recall, which was awesome. Yeah, and let's talk about Rogue One, which we're going to get to more in the Farkle Friday on Giacchino. He was a sub. Alexander Desplat did the entire score, and then they threw it out. And there's a whole bunch of reasons for it. One of them, which is that they basically recut and refilmed like the entire third act, and they were like, we can't salvage this film score. It was married to a different set of narrative beats. So they brought Giacchino in. I think he had 6 weeks, but it was, Lazar, you're right, it was like real short. And he was coming in off Desplat, who's no joke. Like, he's good. And the third one was The Miracle of the Ark by our beloved Johnny. And if we had had time, I would have done The Battle in the Snow, but I don't have to worry about that because we're going to actually talk about that today. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Yeah, for some reason, Verna did dislike Giacchino, and And for some reason, and this could be contentious, but I don't care because what I've developed I've been reading this new book. I've been telling Kyle about it. The Obstacle is the Way, where it's a book on modern stoicism, and it's kind of basically like stop caring so much and just get on with it and do it. Um, there was a Mike Verda thing where he was listening to the Force Awakens trailer rescored that Headshot did, which I think is a phenomenal mock-up and a phenomenal composition. Like, it was really impressive. And Mike was really complimentary about certain parts of it, but he was like really trash talking He wasn't trash talking Headshot as a person, but he was trash talking like, oh, there's no formal development, this and the other. And I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, I kind of disagree with you on this. I think it's actually pretty damn good. I think it's actually marrying the beats pretty well. And he actually wrote an original theme in the trailer that was kind of considered the next generation Force theme. Yeah, it's so long and short. It's like, I don't know if Headshot in the online industry has been a bit contentious by some people because he got into a discussion with Hans Zimmer about some stuff on VI control and whatever. I happen to think he's a really good composer, and I think he's a really sincere and passionate composer, and he's always been really supportive of me. So I have nothing but good things to say about him. And that's that. And that's all I got to say about that. So how's this mic fitting for everybody? Is it good volume? I get so worried about the thing that's off to the side, but whatever. I just want you all to look at this mic that I have. So there's a lot of things we can do today. I opened up, so let's first look at this. First, I opened up the Farkle Friday trash dumpster file, and everybody just dropped shit in here. So we may not get to scales today. We may be listening to stuff. We have that, but I also have a whole bunch of stuff about weird scales and modes, because Lassie was all like, I want to learn about weird scales and modes, which ties in with action music, which we're going to have to do a dedicated Farkle Friday on in a couple of weeks. So now we've got Giacchino and action music as 2 Farkle Fridays that I have to do. So, we're going to do some of that. But also, I've got to get a Goldsmith one, and I've got to get some Fly on the Wall. People have been wanting to see Fly on the Wall. People have been pinging me and been like, when are you going to do Fly on the Wall? And I'm like, all right, I'll get to it. So why don't we start with a couple of challenges? I also pinged Brad. I had a lovely conversation with Brad. I haven't talked to him in 6 months. And he's a good friend of mine, a close friend of mine. And I pinged him. We had a great 2-hour talk where we caught up. And I was like, dude, you got to get back on with me either on Brad Fryer or Farkle Friday because everyone's clamoring. And he was like, yeah, let's get after it. So we're going to get him on. And then I just pinged him and I was like, everybody's dropping stuff. So let's see here. I'm going to start. We're going to listen to some stuff here. Kyle McCaddy's going to be first. Put you on the chopping block, Kyle. And don't worry about what the size of this is. I can bring stuff up. I just need something I can play along with. Lazar, mine's 138 bars. You will get. Let's see here. The Friday Action Channel. I'm just downloading a whole bunch of stuff. Download. Man, everybody did stuff. You know what? We're gonna start with this. If everybody took the time to do it, the scales may come the next time, part 2. Let's start with Kyle. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to blow this up here. Right? And then I'm going to zoom it in, because why not? Oh, I'm already liking the rhythms. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yeah, you're hocketing the rhythm. That's very cool. Horns, piccolo, and F. Trombone, piccolo. Trombone, I don't know what that means. Oh, it's the articulations. Right. I got it. Because this is a MIDI drop. Is there a link to that drop? Yeah, let me find the Farkle Friday dumpster fire. Dumpster file. Oh, I said dumpster file, but it really should be dumpster fire. Copy link. Yeah. Okay, I see. There we go. I'm gonna rename this because it's the dumpster fire, because I love that idea of being the dumpster fire. This is fun. Am I becoming like the heir to Verda? Because he's not doing this stuff anymore. No, he's doing an Unleashed in like a couple of weeks. He's doing it. All right, let me take a look at what's going on here. Dun, dun, bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah, bum, 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 bum ba da 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 da. I'm listening to the Hoth music, and Hoth does that, or Yavin. One of the two goes bum 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 ba da da da. Laura, you can do Sibelius. I have Sibelius. You can do a PDF plus an MP3 dump. Doesn't matter. We're just hanging around. I don't know if Kyle is. We're gonna find out in a sec. It's good stuff, man. Let's listen. Let's have some fun and listen to all this stuff. Make sure I don't accidentally open all the porn. All right, Farkle Friday 80s action. Here we go. What's up, John? Kyle, do we like to Predator? Do we like to Silvestri? I think we do. This is good stuff, man. I'm already invested. This is my kind of action music. Sure. This is awesome. This is totally in that. This is the trucks music. Dun 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 dun. Fuck, dude, how'd you know so fast? Oh, well, because I love Predator, and I it's not that I'm so great. I happened to lift Predator heavily when I did Vampires on a Boat, so I was transcribing / analyzing about 3 or 4 of their cues, and that's my favorite one. The one that goes let me just find the brass where it's like, you know, whatever it was. It's this kind of stuff. It's like right. And it's like that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. No, you're but it's fine because it's inspired by it, but you're still having fun with it, you know, and making it your own. Let me look at what the brass is doing. Why am I trombones? You know, you heard it here first. I may switch to Dorco this year because this fucking thing is not. Look, Sibelius being such a little bitch all with Note Performer. And all right, let's see what's going on here. So if you look, what's Kyle doing here? Okay, so trombone and tuba, good. So you got that. You can take the trombone and take it up an octave. There, don't double it. Don't double it at. Oh well, you know what? Now I don't know because it's sometimes you layer for like the mock-up. If this was an orchestral score, I'd be like, put the trombone an octave above the tuba. But I know what you're doing. You might be doubling it for the thickness because you want that kind of fat sound. So we got this. Oh wait, sorry, yeah. This is a good groove. You might get away. Let's see what you're doing with this. I'm just looking at the opening lick here. Laurie already knows what I'm going to say. What I'm going to say is this. Laurie's already going to know this. Right here, you can see you've got these beautiful 2-part in the horns where it's like, right? Great harmony in thirds and fourths. Great. I would have the bass notes not be these notes because you're losing a harmony tone. So you've got an E flat and a C. I would do like well, maybe in the beginning you can start with that, but your bass is following one of the melody lines. So I would go. You're doing. I would start on C, and then I would go from C to E flat, right? And that way you've got like the C going to the E flat, and then your top 2 notes going down, so you got contrary motion. That's a good one. Right? And then... Nope. Something like that. I would start doing those kind of I would start doing those swapping voices where hey, the top one's playing an E flat, the bottom one's playing a C, and then the bottom one's playing an E flat, and the top one's playing a C. It's just a way. It's just a way to extend, like a chord, and not just be like. So it's like. Yeah, exactly, Jan. I got a Meta guy here in Jan, and I got an EIS guy here with Lori. They're all gonna see this. They're like, oh yeah, man, it's all about like don't double the tone and like swap for contrary motion. Yeah, I do it all the time. By the way, I mean this is Danny Elfman right here. Let me. We're gonna Let me go take a look here at this. I'm gonna cap like my feedback at like 5 or 10 minutes on each, or like 6, 7 minutes on each one, or else we'll never get through all this stuff. Nice percussion groove, by the way. Okay. This is a tension cue, right? There's no such thing as a held note in a tension cue as a general rule. Always try to end with a trill or a tremolo. So check it out. And if it's too much, then drop it. But don't, like, watch this. Right, like you know what I'm saying? Like get that turbulence going, right? It's so good. And nobody uses trills and tremolos nearly enough for this kind of shit. Like it's right because all you just want that like, yeah. Don't apologize. This is good stuff, man. Right? Like this is all like polished shit. Right? Don't worry about it. This is good stuff. You know what you're as Craig Sharp looked at me. You know what you're doing. I like that harmonization. That's to say it again. Yeah, see, you said it again, and then you added something, which is classic composing development, meaning it's working. So, like, go for it. I think you're starting to. I think what you can do here when the harmonies happen is start to double this stuff with low to mid strings. So you have the strings going chun, 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 right? What's up, Anvil? Something like that, right? Just to build it a little bit. That adds the attack to the brass. It's a nice little color. Yeah, the trumpet is cool. One thing I'll do here on these long lines is sometimes I'll write the long line and then I'll be like, all right, I want to give it some breaks, and I'll take like the opening line where it's like ba da da da, and I go da 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 da, right? So that way I'm not changing the harmony, but I'm giving those triple the ba da da bum ba da 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 da. That's just a fun thing to do, right? And then of course if you want to then do that, you can double it with a snare, ba da 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 ba da da, or the winds, ba da da. Wins, right? That's some good stuff. These are just like fun little like articulations to like make stuff. It's more MIDI programming though. Yeah, dude, use it. This is a good build right here. Yeah, that's a good build. That's a good build right there. That's a nice build. You at this stage of the game can have 4 notes, or you can have 4 notes in the horns. You can have them going. If like let's say here you're on this low. What is that, a G? C-A-G, yeah. You've got I know you're doing trumpets in thirds and you're doubling them with horns in an octave below, but instead of just doing the horns and the trumpets in thirds, do triads. It's a bigger sound and it's more Alan Silvestri. He tends to write in triads for all families, except for French horns where he writes with triads and then he doubles the melody. So that's how he does French horn stuff. But you'll never go wrong with Silvestri with doing triads in the trumpets and either trombones an octave below or a yeah, it does, yeah, or French horns an octave below. Right? So, you know, that's that. This is a great first pass. I love it. And it's beyond a first pass. It's like a good. It's beyond a sketch. All right, we go do these two. We may have to do. All right, I may have to cap these. Or otherwise, I'm gonna be. I got to go to my daughter's thing at 7. I got to cook dinner for Sarah. That's worth the Basil Hayden thing here. So look at Bartlett, and then I'm gonna do Lazar, who has 130 bars. Lazar. Dun 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 dun. I feel like I'm Beavis and Butthead. Dun 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 dun. Kyle, that's good stuff, man. Did that help a little bit? Just some ideas. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Let me zoom in a little bit, right? I'm sorry, because I was like, action challenge. Action music is hard, man. Action music is freaking hard. I'm gonna actually do a Farkle Friday on action because I have to write 3 action cues for Magic Moon, and I haven't started any of them. And you guys are gonna be my. What the hell is G flat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what the hell is G flat major or E flat minor doing in this thing? Like, who did this? Bartlett, E flat minor, really? This ain't superstition, man. You better bring that thing up to an E minor, dude. You're gonna piss off everybody on your orchestra when you get a live recording. E flat. You're gonna run into some mud already here because you got the A flats below the E flat, the A flats above the E flat, and then you've got so you're gonna have this. It's all right. You're gonna probably get away with that, and that's not a bad thing. You're doing stacked fourths, which Ravel did in his piano concerto for the left hand, so you can play the Ravel card and be like, Ravel did it and it works. And be like, all right, you win this round. So let's take a listen for this. Yeah, Jan's a killer choral composer. He's written some beautiful choral works that are just, I'm very jealous of his. All right, let's see. Oh, this is JRPG battle music. Wow, good form on this. Very nice form. If Hinastera wrote JRPG music. Man, there's some really good stuff there. You did good. You did really good. This has a very JRPG battle sound, which is cool. Let's figure out why it is so good. I was laughing, not in a bad way, because we knew the da. I was like, oh, if Hinastera ever did JRPG music, it would sound like this. There's a composer named Alberto Hinastera. Yeah, totally. It's JRPG, Final Fantasy, yeah. This guy, I stumbled across him because Keith Emerson covered his Last Dance from the Creole Dance Suite on piano when I went to see them live, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And then I went and listened to Hinastera doing it, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is like freaking prog rock." You know, find it. This is the one. Yeah. Just wait. There it is. Okay, check this out, dude. And tell me this isn't tell me this isn't like totally in the world, Joshua, that you're just playing with that little bridge section with the this is the finale to the Creole Dance Suite by Alberto Hinastera. This is like baller. This is basically like a prog rock solo. Not this. I used to be able to play this piece mostly. I played it a couple times in a rock concert. Here it is. Ready? Check this out. It's just some baller like. Hear the bitonal stuff? His left hand's in one key, his right hand's in another key. I remember when I first learned this piece, it was like. And there's this whole thing in the middle where he's like. Oh yeah, he's doing an augmented triad on the left hand, and he's doing a polytonal thing on the right. And this whole, it's bonkers. It's like freaking just amazing. So long story is, when you did that thing you did where you were doing the piano thing, I was like, oh yeah, that's a Hinastera thing, which is super cool. Jan, go listen to Hinastera. He's like Laurie, go listen to Hinastera. see what's going on here with this. I get what you're doing now with those stacked fourths, and that's pretty cool. That's I lied. That's a good idea because you're doing Well, wait a second. You got your violins too on the B flat. Oh, I see what you're doing. You're doing a sus. You're doing a dominant 7 sus 4 chord, and you're breaking it out. Okay, cool. Let's listen to this again. Horns, trumpets, and octaves. Yep, trombones, double the horns. That's a good clean brass line. It's gonna work. Yeah, that's good stuff. You could take this clarinet and take it down an octave. It'll be fine. You'll probably take the oboe down an octave too. It's not the end of the world. But the clarinet will sit pretty in its lower octave register. Let me see what you're doing harmony-wise with the that's action music. Everyone wanted to write something, and they wanted to get tossed. They wanted to get like thrown into the fire with Farkle. So I was like, all right, we'll just do. And then what did you do here? Oh my God, I can't believe I'm. What chord is this? D flat, A flat, E natural. There's your C sharp minor chord, and then there's a C flat. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, that works. Look, man, I'm looking at 6 flats. It's 8 flat. It's freaking hard. Like it's just an easy. Do it in E next time. Well, no, E flat is a beautiful color. That's cool. I won't lie to you. That is like my favorite part of this piece. It's so good. Listen to that again. Are you doing? Let me see what's going on with that. Why it's working so well. Yes. You're going to have to, over here at the piano, you're going to have the right hand to left play that separately, which is fine. Yeah, that's why this feels JRPG. You've got those chromatic descents, you know? Doubling with that. The doubling with the strings here in the piano is great. I keep on forgetting that's a great Goldsmith thing to do, and like it works really, really well. I keep on forgetting to do that. Dun, 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 dun. Harmonically, it's good. Form's really good. Nothing to comment on that. Let me see what's going on with this last little bit here. Try to find something to comment on it. Man, that's good stuff. Really good stuff. What's going on, Brian? Trombones there. Trombones are in 1-5, which is good. They're doing neighbor notes. They're doing that. It's fine. And then you've got this E, C, B. That. What's up, Rob? Dude, this piece is good, man. You know what? It's. I'm gonna comment just aesthetically. It just feels like a really good JRPG, you know, general battle theme, and I hope that that's what it acquired. All right, now I'll get granular. Like, dun, 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 dun. That's a great line. Ba, dun, 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 bum, bum. If you want to do Nobu Uematsu, you see the last 2 notes in bar 2, you'll double it with a xylophone. Ba, dun, 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 because they'll do that. That's an orchestral thing. Let me hear the harmony. Joshua Bartlett's submission. Just basically a cool little JRPG. You do not need to double the trumpet with the French hornet pitch there. Just still have to be an octave below. It's fine. It'll be fine. bum. This is really cool. This bar 14, the trill is spot on point, yeah. And then do it that you can restate that French horn theme, but then double it with clarinet at pitch, and then maybe a trumpet an octave above, and like a flute and a piccolo an octave above that to make it really, really big. Man, I gotta tell you something. When the strings are in this kind of delicate, like just kind of chugging along in the background, they're all like mezzo piano, and they're just kind of sitting and burbling. It just is this kind of like bed of like cool harmonic sound. It's good stuff, man. Dude, thanks for sharing. I'm not giving any like feedback. I was like, I don't know, it looks really good to me, man. I was a little worried about those stacked fourths. I would I might commit to the 4-part stacked fourths and make this not a B flat, but make it like a G flat. Maybe, but I like fourths, so that's my Farkle addiction thing. Well, that was the end of the Basil Hayden. Time to go to the cheap stuff. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let's do 2 more, and then let's go on to the scales and weird scales and modes, because that's what everyone really wants to see. Not really wants to see. All right, I'm gonna do Lazar. Where's Lazar? Is that Grimm? No. Unfinished tracks. Didn't I do yours last week with Matthias? I'm going to do this. I'm sorry. I'm going to delete stuff because otherwise I'll like lose where I'm at. So this is from last week. Grim, did I do yours last week? Matthias. Where's Lazar? There it is. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I have to download this. Look at the actual look at the actual title of it. Come on, Lazar. You got to do this thing, man. Here we go. Let's take a look at this thing. 138 bars. We might only do the first 24 or so. Sorry, man. Oh, you're doing a piano sketch. God bless you. Good. Go for it. Like, who cares? In terms of like, it's awesome. Yes, Lazar. Dun 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 dun. Oh yeah, but dun 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 dun. Are those stacked fourths? Yes, they are. And that makes me so happy. Because Jerry Goldsmith is like, oh, Grimm is in here. Then I won't delete his thing. Man, you're having fun with this. Good. And you're moving up a fifth. Actually, moving up. Excuse me. You can move a major third. You move into A flat from E. All right. Good stuff here. Oh man, you're gonna have fun when we do the. I think it's the Hoth scene that has a lot of this stuff in it. Like we're talking about weird scales. Let's take a listen here. Piano sketch, which I still stand by. It's funny because I've got the full orchestral score, but I need to start doing the piano sketches again. So much fun. Yeah, baby. More dark, more like Dark Souls / Final Fantasy like 10 or 8 boss music. Good stuff. Yes. This is great. Yep. Okay, I've got an idea for that pedal point. Yeah. Does it remind me of Castlevania too? Nice. Just chunky clusters. You wanna da-dum bump there. Yeah, lots of neighbor tones, lots of leading tones. This is a great category for like weird scales because you're totally using weird scales here. All right, I'm gonna stop here. Not because it's not amazing, because it's super cool, because I want to comment on the thing here. This is bonkers good. Dude, that opening planing with the whole like... That's so good. All right, let's get back to the beginning of this. All right. Come on. Yep. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, this is freaking bonkers good. This beautiful rhythmic pulsing. First of all, for all you nerds, bars 9, 10, and 11, the left hand, that's basically a pedal point. It doesn't matter whether you're doing a rhythm or not. This is the same as this in terms of the same harmonic information. So that's a pedal point, okay? Now, having said that, this is a cool sound. But in RPG stuff, they'll put in a little filler bit. So because we're dealing with all sorts of crazy chordal chords and stuff, tonalities like all over the place. So I was just playing with some tritone and like half step licks. So I went like this, Lazar. So I went 1, 2, 1, B flat, A, F sharp, E, 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 G, sorry, E sharp, A flat, G sharp, A. So I'm just getting some filler in between like the third and the fourth beat and stuff like that, right? Like. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm creating, or can you hear what I'm doing? I'm just doing these bum bum ba da da dun 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 dun, right? And that will be a great way to give that pedal point a little bit of melodic breakup. Because this is cool. It's got a lot of energy. But think about the bombing run from Final Fantasy VII, where it's like right. So there's always that little burbling motion in there. That's kind of a cool thing. So I was gonna say add that. That's great. That's right from Sephiroth. Right? Yeah, just filling in the blanks. Exactly, Lazar. Yeah, and then that gesture can be modulated as you modulate up, right? That's pretty. See, and you can hear how by now the pedal point is starting to get a little bit like, okay, yeah, we get it. It's just it's moving up, but if you have that gesture in there, and then you vary the gesture where it's like, you know, and then it goes. You can then vary it, you know, kind of thing. This will actually translate very well to an orchestra. This you got the main thing and the other thing really cool here. That's right. I didn't do any music either. I'm so bad about this. I was like, I just so busy grading other people's stuff. No, we're just having fun, man. It's just having a good time with it. And I'm gonna do some scales and modes in a bit. What are you on here? You have this. Yeah. Those are some great stuff, man. Yeah, this is just great stuff. Don't forget when you modulate to a new area, you can just connect it with like a bass sweep. It can be tonal, or it can be just like intervals, right? Whatever, right? Yeah, there's some West Side Story in that, like, you know. Actually, you know what? We're going to talk a little bit about in the weird scales and modes about the cool like half steps you keep on putting in this. If I were an orchestrator, I would literally take this and go listen to One Winged Angel from Final Fantasy VII, the orchestrated version, and be like, I'm going to orchestrate it this way because this is exactly what you're doing, right? It's just like with the woodwind riffs, it's great stuff, man. Don't be afraid. You've got a lot of single lines here, which is good stuff, right? Don't be afraid to have you're not playing this in real time. This is like obviously, you know, kind of an orchestral sketch. Don't forget that you can have 3 instruments playing very quickly. They can do like, you know, that kind of stuff. Right, 3 notes, because trumpet 1's going, trumpet 2's going, trumpet 3's going, and you get this. Right, so don't be afraid to actually thicken some of the melodic lines out with 2-part harmony or 3-part harmony, just to kind of make it bigger and stuff. It's good stuff, man. This is really good stuff. You got now you got to start orchestrating this out, because this has this will work as a piano thing. As a matter of fact, it's kind of one of those classic like piano reductions where it's like, oh yeah, Final Fantasy VIII reduced for piano. Yeah, man, it's like it's good stuff, you know. No, I gotta do one more, and then I gotta talk about modes and things. Also, what he wrote something. I want to see what Josh wrote. Can I do this publicly? That's weird. All right, whatever. Let me do one more. Oh, Laurie, who got there first? All right, we'll do both. We'll do both. Everyone, you know, did it. Let's do it. All right, check this out. And then we're gonna get to some cool education. We're gonna edumacate. Now I'm to the Evan Williams. Yep. Hey man, 4-stave reduction. Thank you. That's awesome, dude. You should be able to write an orchestral piece in 4 staves. I really believe that. Brad will disagree. He'll say you need 8 staves, but he writes John Williams stuff. I write Jerry Goldsmith. You can do. I gotta keep this one, Lazar, and listen to it. It's super cool. Yeah, everyone's got this whole like 1-step motion in the bass, which is really good. They're moving between like A and B and stuff like that. Okay, you've got this texture. Everyone. Oh, you guys are writing, man. This is like 72. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to do like a I can't say unleash. That's not fair. That's Mike Verda's thing. But I'm gonna have to do something where it's like. Sure. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Yep. Nice. Little grit there. There's those huge, yeah, you're writing orchestrally, which is great. Watch out what's going on there. Your voicing is a little low. Okay, cool. Good stuff in here, man. Very good stuff. You need to modulate at about 16 bars in. That's okay though. So let's do this. Let's actually speed it up with another JRPG battle music. So, one thing that I can do with the melodic idea here, with these are good melodic ideas, is I can jump to a different chord tone. And by doing that, I'm still keeping especially because you have the harmony down low, I'm able to create some more interesting shapes. So for example, instead of going, right, which is just repeating the note, I might go, see how I'm bouncing between chord tones, and those chord tones just get some additional shape, right? Yeah, right. That, like, you know, and I'm able to sit on the on this cool little vamp. You can milk that for a while. You can have a lot of fun with that. And then you start in bar 9, you start to play with that, where it's like, oh yeah. Also, once in a while, it's good to fill in the space between big jumps. Not all the time, but it's kind of fun. That kind of stuff, right? What's up, Emily? How you feeling? Emily is recovering. Poor thing. Sorry, I know I opened that up. Emily also shamelessly and effectively studied Goldsmith on her last assignment and then crushed this television animation project by channeling Goldsmith and tweaking it in the Emily way. Rob, you like you and she need to nerd out over Goldsmith. Emily, Rob Thomas is a buddy of mine. He's on here, and he and I are huge Goldsmith nerd fans, and he's like, just a total Goldsmith hound. So now, Fabian, that's the first thing I do, right? Which is those melodies. Just jump around to some chord tones, right? No, it's true, man. The fatigue is real. I think, Emily, I told you when Sarah and I got it, I slept 2 days, 11 hours both days. And I was like, whoa, and I was telling Rob when I went back to jiu-jitsu, like I was gassing a lot earlier than usual. I was like, this is not so good. Yeah. I'm so happy you're here. We're actually gonna do some Goldsmith today, so it's gonna be great. Yeah. She did top notch. It's really, really good children's animation. Like she did like a like a Ben 10 style of like tween animation where it's like action adventure comedy kind of thing, but it's going to be like mid-budget, so it's all going to be digital instruments. She did great. No, it was the funniest thing. She didn't know I was going to grade it because you can't tell who you get as your grader. And I opened it up and she had like transcribed Goldsmith, and I literally was like, 10 points for Gryffindor. You did Goldsmith. I can say it now because she already got the grade, but it was like really funny because I was like, you know the way to my heart. Anyone who ever thinks they might get me grading their thing, just transcribe a Goldsmith cue. It's like instant 5 points to your score. So, the other thing here is, no, but she earned it. She really worked hard on that. Really good project. Fabian. Okay, we're about 14 bars in, right? And I feel like you're feeling like you need to move because you're doing this like. But then you go back to the A. I think once you've left, do a once around the sun thing and kind of get like F. I'm gonna do the chord that Zimmer does, and I can't believe I'm doing it, but I'm gonna voice it better. Go around and build a progression so that you can loop back to the A in 4 bars instead of like 2. Because right now you're going. It's okay. It's good. You're moving, but it's like move a little more. Well, you're gonna like today's Farkle Friday when we finally get to it, because we're gonna look at the mummy a little bit. One of the cues, actually. Okay, so that's that. The octaves are good. Watch out with this octave because it's slamming down into the piano down here. You might actually do, instead of this octave, it might be actually up here. Right? Oh, the Zimmer chord is this. It's A minor to F to C to G. So when he went from A to F, I was like, I'm going to play the Zimmer chord, which is the C. The Zimmer chord is just D minor. Actually, it's G minor to E flat major. And now it's just a note. Like, that's the Zimmer chord, because it's just the Joker note. But yeah, but when he's doing Pirates of the Caribbean and Gladiator and all that stuff, that's the sound. That's the Zimmer progression. Which, it's totally poppy. And then here's the best part. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's from Pirates of the Caribbean." I'm like, "Is it? Are you sure?" Zimmer fan of some of this stuff. Hold on a second, here we go. Pirates of the Caribbean or Gladiator? Who knows? It could be both. Yeah. Am I not a Zimmer fan? No. Oh, there's a Zimmer rant, but that's when we talk about film scoring, and that actually might only be private to TSC because it might be in the film scoring webinar that I've been working on. It's the same piece. Yeah. I think the simpler your harmonic vocabulary, the more you have to rely upon the same sets of things over and over again. Okay. Yes, you are, Emily, because Hans built an entire career on it. The score to The Rock is great. It's great because it also has the Pirates theme in it. Here we go. We're just gonna touch on the rant a little bit. I think it's in here. Dun 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 dun. I think this is it. I have to do this properly. This is a great score. All right, whatever. We'll do this. This is not time to talk. And as I've said before, who cares what I think? Hans is doing an amazing job scoring and surviving at the highest level, scoring huge films. He did a James Bond film. He's gonna do a Star Wars film at some point. He's gonna do a Star Trek film. What's up, Profundus? Let me finish up with this here. With this, okay? I think you need to move this idea at about bars 18-24. You need to modulate to a new thing where it's like the building of the octaves. You're giving me the modulation to the E. So I would nice. Yeah, work out properly. You're gonna hear me like, so I modulated to E at about bar 20, and I'm just going, you know, so. Yeah, I've said it before. I love Hans Zimmer's 90s and early 2000s stuff. I love The Last Samurai. I think it's an amazing score. I love The Rock. I love Driving Miss Daisy. I think it's great. I can't stand Interstellar. I think it's a horrible film score. So, yeah. And I've said about the Star Wars, the Gordy Hobb, Michael Giacchino is great. I've said that Joel McNeely, who does all the Tinkerbell stuff, should get a shot because he did Shadows of the Empire, and it's phenomenal. This is, So notice, by the way, on yours, Fabian, when I did this. And what I'm doing now is, and this is a thing that I play with, and I've said it on some Farkle Fridays, I'll do a 2-chord progression, and then I'll repeat it, but I'll change the second chord. So I'll do E to D under E, right? Then I'll do E to F sharp over E. So now I'm getting like this little 4-bar thing, right? Yeah, Emily, just wait till my film scoring thing. I will give you my argument for why I do not like Interstellar. And it's not, this is a hint of it, it's not about the lack of emotional content of that score. It's not about that. It's not that the score is badly written emotionally or it doesn't set a mood. That's not why I think it's a bad film score. So I'll give that. I will give that to you. I will gently disagree with you, but I have a logic and a theory as to why I believe that. And the same with Dunkirk. Like I literally am like, this is an awful score for film, and I have to put that in there, or else. And when I get in arguments with Joe Biden, he's always like, "It's a great score. It's emotionally great." Well, it doesn't matter if it's emotionally great. It matters that it because I'm pedaling E with a Lydian F sharp over it. So I would do that when you modulate. I would make a 4-bar phrase out of it because right now you're doing this like A to B, A to B. So in E it would be E to F sharp, E to F sharp. Well, now do something different. E to D, E to F sharp, right? And Emily, I could totally be wrong. It would not be the first time. It won't be the last. I am wrong multiple times a day. As a matter of fact, I said it before. Who the hell am I? Why is anyone listening to me? I'm just one dude with one opinion, you know? By the way, speaking of which, I can't believe I'm doing this. I started building Farkle Friday swag, and people are like, I'm in. I will buy that. I was like, yeah, Fabian, that help a little bit? And by the way, the last thing you'll notice, I started filling in notes with your long notes. Instead, because in the beginning you were like, right? That kind of stuff, right? Dorian, let's go. All right, I got to show this to you because it's kind of cool. I think I put it here. Ignore me. Oh, it was actually Google Chat. Sorry. I'll have to go to chat. Sorry, you're seeing. I'm doxing myself. There's chat. There's what I need. All right. I actually started. No, I don't want that. I think it's over here. Exotic scales. We're gonna get to that next because we got to get going on this in a good way. Let me see if I can find this. This is my family chat. So now you're reading all the stuff. This is where I bash on the focals. Airwolf, that's in there. This is my life. Oh yeah, here it is. Check it out, man. Check out that shirt. I was just having some fun with some merch. I was like, I think that shirt's legit, right? I have to change the font, and then I changed the font, and then I was like, wait, can I? Because I'm on custom ink. I was like, can I make a bourbon glass out of it? You can make a bourbon glass out of it. I hate Farkle Fridays. I hate Cinnasale. I can make it. I can do like just in time. I like that one. And the other one I was gonna do, I'm just one dude with one opinion. Yeah, man. I was like, so anyways, that's neither here nor there. That's as my coach Dave says, it's a conversation for a different time. Yeah, no, I'm gonna put them together actually. So speaking of which, let's dive in and get some theory going here. You know, because I got like about an hour or so before. So this is, I know, right? It's a good time. Hey everybody, I'm not going to leave this. I'm gonna get to it every week. I'm gonna go through some of these. So we're gonna get through some more of these definitely. Okay. And I'm sorry I can only do like, well, I have not set this up for like a Farkle Unleash, and I don't mean Unleash because it's Mike Vertis thing, but you know, everyone at a TSC webinar, we're all drinking in the classes. That'd be fantastic. If we do this right, maybe what we'll have to do is get me and Brad here, and we'll do like 3 hours where we're like, all right, we're going to start at like 2 o'clock Friday. We're just going to go till like 7. And then we'll really listen to everything and just dive into it. And we'll just get all like, fuck all, like, you know, drunk and angry about it. It'll be great. But in the meantime, let's learn a little bit of things here. Scales. Yeah, no, Anvil, I'll get yours next one. I'm like leave it in. You know what I mean? Because we can even look at this stuff later. Let's talk about scales and modes. All right, weird stuff. That's important stuff to check out. And on that note, we're gonna dive in. All right, scales. All right, here's where this all started, because somebody whose name sounds like Massey was like, I want to learn about octatonic scales and Hungarian minor and all the weird action scales. And I was like, all right, well let's go figure this out, you know, whatever. All right, I'm gonna blow this thing up here. Well, what is a scale? Everybody's like, well, a scale is a series of notes, and you can do things with it, and it's got a color and a flavor. Okay, I'm gonna really be simple about this, and I'm totally grabbing my equal interval system stuff because, what's up, James? Because I'm like, I can't. I started looking at these scales like modes of limited. And by the way, modes and scales are the same thing. Don't worry about it. Like if like you say mixed Lydian mode and mixed Lydian scale, it's the same thing. Whatever, you know, like you know, except for Lydian. Lydian, as Brian knows, is the greatest thing of all time and transcends time and space. Because I don't know if you know this, Lydian is basically 7 stacked fifths connected, compressed down to a scale. That's why it's so good. Watch Lydian C. Right. So here's my Lydian C. I'll do it here. This is the cool mind blowing thing. Here's my Lydian C. Okay, now I'm gonna start with C here. I'm just gonna go up a fifth. Those are the same 7 notes. I just stacked 7 fifths. That's why Lydian sounds so beautiful, because it's all circle of fifths, which, as we know from the overtone series, is the strongest interval and the most stable. So that's why Lydian sounds amazing. There, there's your Farkle for the day. What do you do with it? I don't know. No, let's talk about this. Let's talk about why scales. See, because everyone's like, well, the Hungarian minor and the octonic and the whole tone and blah blah blah. I always start with this. I want you to look at this right here. Okay, I'm going to just play a scale. I'm going to start with C. Here you go. We'll play a C major scale. I just want you to look at this, right? What do we notice about that scale? Visually. Don't even worry about the notes. All right. Every note is one rung above the next physically. Dun, dun. You're ascending visually. Okay? Spud in EIS talks about scaling a ladder. He's like, a scale should look like a ladder. When you play it all at once, only one note should be on a line. And there should be no skipped lines and spaces. Okay? So what does that mean? Well, that means that when you're dealing with scales like this, is it really a scale? Maybe not. Maybe it's just basically a cluster of intervallically related notes or something like that, or some sort of pattern. Okay, then you're like, yeah, but it's still a scale because it starts on C and ends on C, which of course gets into the Messian thing of the whole modes of limited transposition, which fucking sucks. Here's the other thing. Scales should imply harmonic structures. So I can easily skip notes here, and with like this, I can imply a harmonic structure with scales, right? This is where the octatonic and the whole tone kind of get a pass, because it's like, well, I can construct a harmonic structure here, right? Here, I can just do that, and that's a harmonic structure. Okay, cool. So I get this, cool. Whoops. All right. So, okay, that's right. So the pentatonic scale is, is it? So then you say, okay, well then the scale is just a collection of pitches which enclose an octave. Okay, that's what, I'm okay with that. Look, the chromatic scale then is a scale. So this is a chromatic scale, right? In which case, then it's like, well, what the hell do I use it for? Because if I can't build triads out of it, or chromatic scale is the worst. It's like everything goes. It's like, well, I can do anything I want with it, right? I can make clusters and I can do whatever. So does that really help me as a composer? The answer is no. So let's think about it this way.